In this lesson, we're going to look at how to add and subtract algebraic fractions. But firstly, before we do that, we'll have a wee glimpse back to add and subtracting numeric fractions. So have a look at the top here. We've got 2/7 and we add on 3/7. The dead easy way to do this is basically say to yourself, well, how many sevenths have I got? If I've got 2 of them and I add another 3 of them, that must make 5 of them. The most common mistake for people to do is they add the 2 and the 3 to make 5, and they say 7 and 7 makes 14 because they're so used to adding the numbers. You can't add sevenths and make 14ths. 14ths are much smaller than sevenths. Surely you've got more of the same things than generating a new size of fraction. The same idea if you have 4/5 and you take away 3/5. Well, how many have I got left? Well, only 1/5. Now the same idea is similar ideas for algebraic fractions. You get 4 over a plus 5 over a. Well, we've got a common denominator here, so you've got 9 of them, 9 over a. The same here, if you get 7 over b squared, take away 2 over b squared, there's a common denominator. So we just say, well, there's 5 over b squared. Why are these questions so easy? Because the denominators are the same. It's much easier to do fractions, add and subtracting when you see that. So let's have a look at what happens when they're not the same. We have to remind ourselves of how to add fractions when they've got different denominators. Now the purpose of this is to generate equivalent fractions with the same denominator, i.e. the same number in the bottom. Now how do you do that? Well, for adding quarters and thirds, we can change them both into twelfths. The easy way to do that is to do 4 times 3. So we're going to make them both into twelfths. Now, what did we do to the quarters to make it into twelfths? Well, we times by 3, so do the same to the top to make an equivalent fraction and put a 3 in the top. The same with the other one, you're timesing the 3 by 4, so do the same to the 2 to make an 8. So that leaves you with that idea there. 1 quarter is equal to 3/12 by timesing the bottom by 3 and the top by 3. 2/3 is the same as 8/12 by timesing the bottom by 4 and the top by 4. That's out the side here. Now that we've got that, you can add the top and say, well, okay, you've got 3 of them and you've got 8 of them, so altogether you've got 11/12. If you followed that okay, you can do exactly the same thing with algebra. Let's have a look. So you get 3 over b plus 2 over h. So the first thing to do is get your common denominator by multiplying the bottom two things. That's going to be bh. How did you generate bh in the bottom here? You times by h, so do the same to the top, so we're going to get a 3h on the top. On the other side, what did you times your h by? It was by a b, so do the same to the top and you get 2b. That's going to look like that. Some people think of this process like this. You times along by the h and then diagonally up by the h. So you see how the h goes diagonally up and sits there as 3h. And the same process happens on the other side. b multiplied by the h to get your common denominator and diagonally multiply up to get your top of your other bit. Okay, now you've got a common denominator. Basically you need to add the top two things, so 3h plus 2b, so that's all you do, you write it 3h plus 2b, and that's you finished, all over bh.